Dry January's over, friends. Drink up. I'm kidding. It's sparkling water with some fresh lime. Or is it a gin and tonic? Who's to tell? Delicious and hydrating. Hello and welcome to my first video of February. We're back up to 2 videos a week. Yay! The crowd goes wild with excitement.
Wow, you're in good form.
Don't ask what's gotten into me. Is it the gin? No.
Is it the water?
It really isn't gin. It's genuinely just water with lime. Right, Mum?
Absolutely. It is what, 4 o'clock? It's a little bit early to be snapping over the gin.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, am I right? I'm so annoying. Okay, let's get into it. Another blind-related list video. Who knew you could do so many? This just like randomly came into my mind one day. I was like thinking about all the things I miss out on. Just throwing myself a little pity party with a pint of ice cream, and I was like, I should talk about that in a video. Now, you guys know me. I always love to share the positive side of living with a disability because I think for way too long, society hyper-focused on the negative parts of being disabled, and that led to just like a hell of a lot of pity that we don't want as a community. So I like shedding some light on, you know, all the beautiful things that have come about in my life as a result of me being a blind person. How I can live like a happy, normal, fulfilling, beautiful life. La la la. All the warm fuzzies. But also I never like to sugarcoat it. Sometimes being blind sucks. I'm gonna be the first to tell you that. There will always be the days, the moments, the things that suck. And it is okay, no matter where you are in your acceptance journey, to have moments where you're just like, damn, this sucks. Why did this happen to me? Why did I have to be that girl? Why am I the blind one? So let's talk about 5, 6, I don't know, however many things that I feel like I just miss out on completely as a blind person, and it frustrates me. Number 1, I'm just gonna knock the easy one right out of the way. Facial expression and body language. Those are so freaking key to conversation, and they go woo right over my head. There is only so much that you can hear in somebody's tone and intonation and in their words. There is a lot that we leave unspoken, and we leave our body language and facial expressions to do the talking. In fact, I've heard, don't quote me on this, but I've heard something like up to 90% of communication is nonverbal, meaning that only about 10% of our actual communication is auditory. And that's the only part that people who are blind actually receive, at least people who are as blind as I am. My mom just fixed the cushions, so all of those with sight aren't irritated by the unbalanced cushions in the back. Thank you, Neve Burke, for your
very
styling on set. So yeah, it's just frustrating, and I find it particularly difficult when I'm trying to communicate with people who have masks on. A problem I didn't think we'd have until 3 years ago. Behind plexiglass. Like this, well before masks were a thing, like anytime I was at, say, a Subway and I'm trying to order with the glass in front, really big struggle. Thick accents. I have this a lot when I'm traveling to foreign countries, no matter what the accent is. I'm Irish, and even some Irish accents, like Cork, my mom was born in Cork. You guys know you got that sing-songy voice. Even sometimes I'm like, say it again? Even though I've grown up around Irish accents. So it's not like a specific type of accent, it's just thick accents in general. I find difficult because I can't piece everything together with the body language. Or when I've spoken to somebody who maybe has broken English, they rely heavily on being able to point to things, and that can be really challenging for me. So it's definitely something that is hard to deal with at times, is not being able to see the facial expression or the body language. And I think especially growing up in girl world, where girls can be particularly catty, and oftentimes it's not necessarily like what they say, it's how they say it, or it's the look that they give each other when they say something about you or to you. It's like they give the side eye or things like that like I missed. And yeah, it's just frustrating sometimes. Number 2, kind of in a similar vein, like visual jokes just go straight over my head, and it's very common on social media, in movies and TV shows, and in real life that people do very visual humor. And like I miss those jokes, and it can feel so extremely isolating. Everybody is laughing and you don't know what they're laughing about. Like, are they laughing at me? What's going on? What's happening? What am I missing? Or even not even just visual jokes, like when something like scary happens and everybody kind of starts to panic or freak out, like I feel like I panic 10 times more because I don't know what we're panicking about. But yeah, when everybody's laughing about something and I don't know what's going on and I feel lost, it just feels like all of a sudden I'm the only one in the room. Like I feel othered. I just feel different. I notice myself like when I am with my blind friends, and honestly, even when I'm with my sighted friends sometimes, I communicate to others the way I wish people communicated to me. So like if I'm with my friends and I do something visual, I'll like say it out loud sometimes. Or I often, when I'm communicating with people, I will touch their arm or I'll pat them or put my hand on their shoulder or something like that. When I am talking with people, I visually engage, or like I verbally engage, sorry. So visual engaging is like nodding the head, leaning in. Those are ways to show somebody that you're engaged in the conversation. I do things like, yes, because people can hear that. And it's like something I just wish people did for me, is show me that they're engaging in ways that aren't just visual. I feel like I've covered like a lot just in those 2 points. Like I feel like those could have been 4 points, but keep on trekking on. Keep on keeping on. Number 3. This has become particularly relevant in my life recently, I feel. Understanding the aging process. I don't understand it. I've never been able to see details in people's faces. I've talked about this before. I've never seen freckles. I've never seen pores. I've never seen eyelashes or individual eyebrow hairs. Like these are all things I've never really been able to see. And I've never seen wrinkles. So it's really, really, really freaking hard for me to conceptualize aging. And it's only something that I've been thinking about recently. I made this video where I kind of touch on it a little bit, but like where I'm a year away from turning 30. I'm about to, February 8th, everybody wish me happy birthday. I'm about to be turning 29 and, I'm aging. That's the reality. I'm at that age where collagen starts to decrease and aging begins. And I just find it hard because I don't understand what aging looks like. What is normal aging? What is premature aging? What is aging gracefully? Like, what does all this stuff mean? You could say it's unimportant. To me, I just wish I understood. It seems like such a basic human thing that other people take for granted. I think there's just so much in life as able-bodied people that you don't think is a big deal because it's easy for you. For me, when I started being able to use the Amazon Fire TV stick, I talked about it in this video here, being able to pick my own TV shows and navigate like Amazon and Netflix and HBO so easily is like a game changer for me because it's something that I personally had never been able to do. That's something that sighted people just take for granted. Being able to sit down and pick whatever the hell they want to watch. Being able to look in the mirror and see themselves age, see the people around them age. I just miss those things, and yeah, I don't know, just kind of sucks sometimes. Try not to think about it. 99% of the time, I don't think about these things because thinking about them makes me feel frustrated. So I just try to avoid it, but the reality is these are things that I miss out on. Number 4, stick with me here. Like a true self-identity. It's really hard to form your own opinions on visual things when you can't see, which sucks as somebody who loves visual things. Why? I can't see them. I don't know, but I love home decor. I love hair colors and experimenting with makeup and style and tattoos, and I am the blind person who everywhere I go, I am asking people to describe the world around me. And I know that that's not every blind person, and plenty of blind people don't care to have a constant running audio description of the world, but I do. I want to know what the restaurant decor looks like around me and what the vibes are like, and I just love visual things, and it's hard to form your own taste. It's hard to form your own style because everybody that describes things to you is going to do so most times, more times than not. Like they are going to impose their own opinions on those things, right? If somebody does not like the color red, it's really hard for them to be impartial and tell you that they like something that's red. So it's hard to know sometimes. If I could see, would I do my makeup differently? If I could see, would I choose to decorate differently? Would I choose to wear different clothing? It's hard to know what identity is my own and what is the opinion of many other people that becomes my own. And I like to think that I've managed to navigate it well and managed to find ways, like using tons of texture where, or shiny things that I can see, like where I have formed my own. And I like to think that like I take on the opinions of many people, not just one person, and so therefore it has become my own. And I do understand that like sighted people are the same. They ultimately have the influence of all the people around them that kind of help them form their own opinion. But I don't know, it's just like this weird thing where when I think about it, I kind of get sad. Like I'm like, is this really who I would be if I could see? Or is this just who I am because I'm blind? And the final one I'm going to talk about in this video, number 5, is freedom. It's probably the number one most annoying thing about being blind. It is probably the thing that frustrates me most of the time that I'm frustrated about being blind. It is because of the lack of freedom. Not being able to just jump on a bike, go for a run, get in the car and go for a drive. Always having to schedule my life. Like, I can't just go somewhere new. Like, if I haven't had an O&M lesson to get there and navigate my way around it independently, I can't just go somewhere on my own new. And I don't know, I have some blind friends who are just super ballsy and they'll do it, and I'm proud of you, and that's great for you. I am not that person. I have way too much anxiety for that, and like, I don't know, I just don't personally feel safe or confident doing that. And so it's just like everything I do, it's like, can I get an Uber or public transit? Can I walk there? Do I know the safe route to walk there? When I get there, who am I meeting, or how am I going to navigate my way around there? If I want to go for a run, it's like either on a treadmill or I have to like get a guide. I just can't like live my life with this freedom of just independence to go do whatever, whenever I want. It's frustrating, and I know that a lot of fellow blind people echo those same sentiments. I hear a lot of my blind friends with kids talk about how frustrating it is, like when their kid has a doctor's appointment and they have to schedule it around when somebody can like help them get there, or like budget around the Ubers. And like it's frustrating, that lack of freedom to quite literally navigate and move within space. You're always relying on a cane or a guide dog or a sighted guide, or God, the last time I was able to like walk around with both hands free, I quite literally can't remember. Because always one hand is on a guide dog harness, a cane, or an arm. The only time that I'm walking around with both my hands free is like in my own home. And that's why having a home that feels safe and comfortable and personalized to me is so special. And I am so grateful and so lucky that I have that. And I know it's such a privilege, but honestly, it like makes such a huge difference to my own mental health and comfort, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you. So thank you so much for all of your tireless support of me. It means so much to me, and honestly, even those who just hate watch me, still helps that algorithm, so thanks a lot. That's it. I just want to share some of the not so fun parts about being blind, and if any of this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. If you felt seen or heard by this or understood, and share some of yours below. I think it can be kind of cathartic sometimes to just get it out. Just share it with people who are like you, who will understand, because a lot of us, are surrounded by ultimately a lot of sighted people in our lives who will try their best to empathize but will never be able to fully understand. So this is a safe space to share those things, and even if you're not blind and you have a different kind of disability, if you just want to air it all out in a safe space, check out those comments below. And I appreciate all of you. I will see you next time. Until then, here is a blind list about unexpected ways blindness affects the physical body. And here is 5 more things all sighted people should know about blindness. I'll see you next time. Bye.